Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Mac here from Eazie or GH Mods or Eazie Customs, and I'm just gonna give you guys a little background, on why I haven't been posting videos, and then we'll get into the mind of Eazie. So, in my last update video, I said that school is gonna be a bit of a priority. Even though I despise school with a passion, I still gotta keep up my grades, keep all this stuff up. I don't really want to fall behind, mostly because of parents and all that crap and whatnot. And so yeah, I decided to take a little bit of a break and not post videos, just kind of settle things down a little bit. But I'm gonna be back. I'll try to be back at least. So yeah, so let's get right into it. So, the mind of Eazie. Well, what is it? This is where I talk about sort of current events or things that are on my mind or controversial topics, and I will talk about them. And this is probably the long-awaited one. I'm not sure if people actually waited for this or not. I mean, if somebody talked about this, I would be dying. I'd be dying for somebody, to give their opinion on this. So, this is gonna be about college, okay? Now, I know what you're thinking. College? Why are you talking about college? I mean, everybody should go to college, My mom says we should go, my mom says that I should go to college. My parents said that I should go to college. Everybody says that you should go to college. I bet you 9 times out of 10, that person that you talk to, and let's say you ask them a question, should I go to college? They are going to say, yes, go to college, get your degree, and then you'll have whatever job you want. Yeah, life is so simple. Just go to college, go to college, go to college, go to college, go to college. I am so sick and tired of hearing that, opinion or that, statement or whatever you want to call it. I'm so sick and tired of hearing that because, I mean, sure, your parents did go to college and, they're making whatever money, making blah blah blah, X amount of money. But that is back then. Now it's 2016. Let's get real, okay? So let's say you did good in school. You got your 4.0, not 4.0 GPA, but let's say you got like 3.0, and you could go to whatever college you want. Not really whatever college you want, but whatever state college. And you got good SAT scores or ACT, whatever you guys use, and a little bit of scholarship money. Let's say $10,000 in scholarship money. And you're looking for colleges. You're saying, what college should I go to? Should I go to Indiana Wesley? Should I go to Illinois University? Should I go to Columbia? Should I go to flippin' Harvard or Yale? You kind of say to yourself, well, what college should I go to? And then people don't ask themselves this question, and this is the major problem that I see, and that's people don't know what they want to do when they go to college, so they pick any major, whether it's women's studies, whether it's an archaeologist, or whether it's you name it, whatever really small major, like women's studies, you get the point. They will pick that because they don't know what they want to do. Okay, that's your first problem. And they pick, okay, let's say they picked their college. Okay, so let's say they went to Indiana Wesley, for instance. I keep on getting letters from that place, because they came to our school one day and said, hey, write down your address and email so we could send you a bunch of bull crap. And yeah, so let's say you pick that college. And now the first instance is instance in your head is, okay, what do I need to sign up? Well, first of all, you gotta get accepted. After you are accepted, then comes the point of how much money you actually have. And this, nobody, nobody gives a crap how much money they have, because they have been brainwashed with the fact that they have to go to college. So they don't care about the price. And what do? They sign up for student loans. They get their student loans. They have to pay them back and blah, 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 blah. But, let's be realistic. How much student loans, or how much are those student loans going to be worth? There's currently $1.3 trillion of debt just alone from student loans. Okay, if you think about it, if college was so willy-nilly great, how come that debt isn't paid off? Because if you think about it, you'd have a good paying job. Like, they advertise to you. This is what really pisses me off, is that these colleges say, oh, you're gonna have the best time of your life, you're gonna make $1 million more, and then you can't even afford to pay off your flipping student loans. And then you say to yourself, well, college was good, but I can't pay off these student loans. Then why'd you go to college in the first place? You should have picked a better investment. You should have said to yourself, okay, I can't afford college. I'm not going to it. I'm not going to be paying for student loans till I'm 40 years old. And, let's look at the effects of not being able to pay off your student loans. Okay, 30 days. You can't pay them off in 30 days. I don't know why. I don't know what the situation is. Okay, you missed your first. Probably your parents are going to pay your first and second and third payments of student loans. Okay, let's be real. But let's say it was your turn to pay, and you couldn't do it. Okay, well, most likely you put the student loans in your name, because some parents don't want that in their name, because then, first of all, they gotta pay them, and the economy ain't doing so well, so they're gonna say, okay, you put the student loans under your name, you're 18, you can make the decision. So they apply for student loans, and they get it, blah, 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 and now they miss their first student loan payment. Okay, what happens? Well, you're now marked as a delinquent. What does this mean? This means that you have raised a red flag, and that you are basically causing some trouble. Delinquent. You think of a delinquent as some, middle schooler who screws around or something like that, whatever. And you're now marked as a delinquent. You really think that you're gonna pay the second time? No. You're not going to pay the second time, because they just marked you as a delinquent. Okay, now, some people just see student loans as, okay, I haven't paid it off the first time, you wanna know what, screw it, I'm not paying them off. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people say, screw student loans, I'm not paying them, I'm not going to go through this hassle of having to pay for them. Okay, you don't pay for them. After at least about, I think it's, I might be wrong on this, 120 days or at least a year, if you don't pay them off within that time frame, you have then defaulted on your student loans. You have defaulted on your student loans. And this right here is a serious brand to put on your name. What happens if I have defaulted on my student loans? Well, first of all, your credit is already shot, okay? You are going to have a FICO score, or whatever you want to call it, below, 550 or anything. And that affects your chances of actually getting a job. Because employers look at your credit score. They have to do a tax, they have to do I think like a tax, not like a credit background check. Because they don't want to hire some deadbeat who has a FICO score below 550, or even, that's really poor, they don't want to hire somebody like that. They want to hire somebody that looks good. Well, guess what? You don't have that. Okay, so you don't have that. Your chances of applying for a loan are 0. Okay, and let's say you did get that loan, you're gonna have an interest rate that is through the roof, and you're not gonna pay that back. Come on, let's be real. Let's be real. You're not gonna pay it back. So you got all this debt, okay? You can't get a job. Well, you could get a job, but it's not gonna be the one that you really looked for because your credit's shot, okay? Your credit's shot. You can't apply for the loan. You're not gonna be able to get a house, okay? Again, you need a loan for that. You don't have enough, you can't apply, your credit is shot. And all these things are, if you look back at the main source of the problem, and you realize that it was college. And I'm gonna go further deep into it, and I'm gonna come back to, it's all because of college. It's all because your parents said that you need to go to college. Now, I'm not saying, college is all bad. I think college is somewhat good if you are looking for a, like an expertise program like engineering. I don't think that you need to go to college for that. This is my plan. I say you go to an educational program that doesn't cost $60,000 a year, or $60,000 for 4 years. Okay, let's talk about the price. This price is so inflated. The price of college is so inflated that it's not what it used to be back then. Back then, you could apply for student loans, you could still afford a car, and have a place to live in, and have food. But now all these college kids are on debt, and they have to buy ramen noodles. Okay, don't get me wrong, I love ramen noodles. Once in a while, I'll have them. I love them, but, they're broke, and it's all because you wanted to go to college. That's seriously it. Now back to what I was saying, college can be good, it can be bad, but I don't think that it is what it used to be. So, why do you go to college? Ask yourself this. To get an education. Well, why do you need an education? I don't know. Seriously? Okay. There's two things. There's getting educated, and then there's education. You need to get educated on the expertise on what you really want to do in life, or what you would want to do in life. Let's say I want to go business. Let's say I want to learn business. Okay, why should I have to pay $60,000 for that? You shouldn't. That's the problem. You are paying so much money just so that you could get a business degree and work for somebody. It is the constant loop of, I need to do this for somebody and get this in return. No, you got to do things on your own. Not what millions and millions of Americans are already doing. Do you not see that as a problem? Let's think about it. There's over 300 million people in America. At least less than half of that has got to be college students, or even less than that. So let's say it's 30 million people. Okay, let's just make something up. 30 million people, which are students, go to college. And it could also be adults. They all go to college, and they, I just forgot what I was gonna say. Crap, sorry. It's really late at night. But these 30 million people go to, they go to college, You don't see that as a problem, that it's so redundant, that it's overdone and done and done and done. And why would you do something that people have already done? Like, aren't you trying to be different? I mean, I thought America was the land for freedom, which it is, but freedom that you could do whatever you want and nobody could judge you. Well, yeah, I'm judging you on whether you're going to college or not, but you're forced to, like, kind of go to college. Your parents have always told you that. Your grandparents have always told you that. And now it's, still go to college. Still do this. Still do that. Because they have done it. But how about we be different? Because we have freedom of choice here in America. So let's expand on that. Let's do something else besides college. Let's start our own business. Start a consulting firm. You could do all these other things instead of having to apply for student loans and be financially corrupt, financially destroyed. I mean, I'm 16 years old and I run, a multi-$1,000 business. Making, I'm not gonna say how much of that I've made, but I've made over more than what a minimum wage person makes in about a year. I will say that, okay? I'm gonna say that and I'm gonna leave it at that. And it has really changed my, sorry, I'm a little bit sick, but it has really changed my perspective on, the way of life now. Because we are just so redundant on what other people have done, and they are telling us to do that, and that it will be some key to the future, but it's not. Because people go into college, and then they come out, and they have debt, and then they say, now what? And it's not what it's not what it used to be. And I don't think we have learned that. Hopefully, more people realize that. And then if you guys are into politics, it's about to get really heated. If you guys like Bernie Sanders, I'm gonna rip on him a little bit. So Bernie Sanders wanted to give, free college, or wipe all, get rid of the debt, make corporate, the corporations pay for all of it, because they are the ones to blame for everything. They're the scapegoat in this idea, right? Yeah. So, first of all, that doesn't work, okay? Because, you got your socialist daughter who's in college right now. So, let's say I'm the dad. I have my daughter that's in college, and she's now voting for Bernie Sanders, or, was going to vote for Bernie Sanders. Okay, so there's Bernie Sanders, and he wants to give free college. Well, the college is still gonna, the price is still gonna be there. The colleges don't wanna, make themselves free. Well, okay, so then who's gonna pay for it? Well, guess who's gonna pay for it? Your father's gonna pay for it. I am. While my daughter is, getting that free college, I'm paying for it in my taxes, and that tax return is gonna look like complete crap, and I'm gonna say, oh my gosh, screw you, Bernie, screw you. And it really comes back to the fact that, you go to college, do all the, go to, I know I say that a lot, but go to college. Make up your mind. Don't do what 30 million or 100 million people, or even a billion people have already done. Be the different person. Start up your own business. Do something besides what people have already done. I mean, sure, yeah, there's billions of people who have already done business. But then, okay, that just kind of defeated my point. Basically, there are tons of people that have done business, but anyway, you know, do something different. Be an entrepreneur. Just do something different that isn't going to be so costly. Yeah, then that's what I'm trying to say. I just don't see the reason for college anymore, because half the stuff is online. I could look up MIT courses online. I could do all this stuff online without having to go to college. I started my business from the internet. It's just so redundant. Anyway, hope you guys did enjoy this Mind of Eazie. One thing that I do want to point out is the student loan bubble, which I know probably some of you guys are going to be wanting to ask, you know, how is the student loans going to affect the American economy? And I think it is the greatest bubble. I don't think it's the biggest bubble, but I think it's a big, great bubble. And I'm gonna show you guys something, okay? I want you guys to listen, okay? 8 years ago, the economy tanked. Okay? It tanked in 2007 and 2008. This was the second biggest Great Depression. Americans lost their homes. Retirement savings were wasted. The world economy was up for grabs because people wanted homes, and they gave them for free, but at a cost of $300,000, 400, 500, 600, 700, even millions, all because they wanted homes. Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae were there to make homes affordable and free. Well, not free, but, you know, to just give out loans to people with the intentions of not even paying them back. So now you have all this debt racked up because, you know, they said everybody should own a home. That's seriously what they said. Everybody should own a home. So what do? They made it to where anybody could get a home, no matter how much you made, no matter how bad your credit score was. Anybody could get a home. Now think of it. That's like college. Anybody can get student loans. Anybody. You don't care if you're black, gay, lesbian, transgender, Jew, racist, atheist. They don't care. All they want is your money, and they're screwing you over. Wake up and look at it. Look at it. Dig deeper. And you might say, oh, Eazie, oh, I don't care. I honestly don't care. Wake up and smell it. Because if you sit down and make a tea table and compare the 2008 financial crisis, the housing market, to student loans, you will find huge similarities. Here, actually, go to Paint right now. Okay, go to Paint. Stop what you're doing. Stop watching Drama Alert. Stop watching whatever you are. Make this T-chart right now. Okay, you have the banks. You have the colleges. You have the loans. You have the student loans. Okay, the banks are the people who made the money. The colleges are the people who made the money. The loans were the people to pay for that, for their houses. The student loans are to pay for their college. And put this as the third one. Everybody should own a home. Everybody should go to college. You guys see the similarity? You guys see how this could be the next financial crisis? It's going to be a domino effect. It's going to be a huge domino effect. And that's about it, guys. That's all I have. That's all I have to say. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, please, leave a like. Share this to your teachers. I want them to see this video. I want them to say, holy crap, this guy actually has a point. Not sure this right, I'm sure this video isn't gonna be the best well formatted, but this is the mind of Eazie. This is what I have on my mind, and this is what you guys should be thinking about, or should have thought about, or possibly even think about. But yeah, share this to the whole world. I hope somebody at least sees this, so that I can stop them from leading themselves into a ditch. And sure, there are people who have, loved college and have been successful from it, but the millennials are screwed. They are screwed. And they're coming out with so much debt. So yeah. That's really all I have. And there are alternatives to college, such as starting your own business, vocational school. People look down on vocational school, but at least you're not drowning in debt. Vocational school, if you want hands-on, like carpentry or woodworking or anything like that, go to vocational school. Why should they have to pay $70,000 to learn how feminists are triggered? Like, come on. Let's think about it. So that's about it. Hope you guys enjoy this video, and peace out.